In this video, we're going to be comparing the Google Pixel 5 to the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So let's get started. Now take a look at the links in the video description to see the most up-to-date pricing for both of these phones. I've also linked to Google and Samsung's websites so that you can see the various trade-in deals available as well, because you might want to consider trading in one of your older Android phones to save a lot of money on these devices. With the Google Pixel 5, we're getting a 6-inch display compared to a larger 6.9-inch display with the Note 20 Ultra. Side by side here, the Ultra is definitely the larger phone of the two, and the biggest benefit out of having a bigger display is that when it comes to content consumption, whether it's watching videos, browsing the web, or going on social media, you are going to get a better experience because everything's going to be bigger. But on the other hand, with a more compact phone like the Google Pixel 5, it is going to be a lot more pocketable and easier to use. Now with the Pixel 5, we have an OLED display at 90 Hz, and with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we have a dynamic AMOLED 2X display that can run it up to 120 Hz. However, to use 120 Hz with the Note 20 Ultra, you do have to use the phone in the 1080p mode. But with the Pixel 5, the display is 1080p, we're getting a PPI of 432, we're getting a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, and an 85.9% screen-to-body ratio. Compared to the Note 20 Ultra, where the display does go up to 1440p, we're getting a PPI of 496, a 19.3 by 9 aspect ratio, and a 91.7% screen-to-body ratio. So with both of these devices, you're getting very bright and clear colors, the displays are also very sharp and crisp, and you're getting very good viewing angles as well. Another difference too is that with the Note 20 Ultra, the display is curved on the sides versus the Pixel 5, which does have a flat display. Also, the general design of the Pixel 5 is a little bit more rounded compared to the Note 20 Ultra, where the corners are not quite square, but they're definitely a lot more squared off compared to the corners with the Pixel 5. Now with both phones, we do have hole punches for the front-facing cameras, but with the Pixel 5, the front-facing camera is situated off to the upper left, whereas with the Note 20 Ultra, the front-facing camera is centered. But with the Pixel 5, we're getting an 8 megapixel front-facing camera, and the front-facing camera with the Note 20 Ultra is 10 megapixels. Now with both of these phones, we're getting internal storage at 128 gigabytes. Now with the Pixel 5, there is no microSD card expansion, whereas we do get microSD card expansion with the Note 20 Ultra. Both phones do support wireless charging, and with both devices, we do get fingerprint sensors. But with the Pixel 5, the fingerprint sensor is located on the back side of the phone, so we'll give that a try right now. And that was very quick. And then with the Note 20 Ultra, the fingerprint sensor is built into the display, and that's very fast as well. Now with the Note 20 Ultra, we're also getting Face Unlock, and there is no Face Unlock with the Google Pixel 5. Now taking a look at the cameras on both of these phones, there definitely are some pretty big differences, especially when it comes to the aesthetics, especially when it comes to the actual appearance of the camera modules themselves. Now with the Note 20 Ultra, you can see that we're getting a very massive camera module here, and it does stick out quite a bit from the actual device. Whereas with the Pixel 5, it's a similar design for the camera module, but it's a lot smaller and definitely is more flush with the back side of the phone. But with the Pixel 5, we're getting a 12.2 megapixel main camera, and we're getting a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. Whereas with the Note 20 Ultra, we're getting a 108 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 12 megapixel periscope telephoto camera that gives you 5x optical zoom, and there's a hybrid zoom feature that uses the optical zoom combined with the 108 megapixel camera to give you 50x hybrid zoom. So you're definitely getting a lot more zooming capabilities with the Note 20 Ultra compared to the Pixel 5. But here's how things look through the viewfinders on the camera app of both phones. Then from here with both devices, we can switch over to the ultra wide angle camera. However, with the Note 20 Ultra, it does have a bit of a wider ultra wide camera, fitting more content into the frame. Then from here, we can flip over to the front facing cameras on both phones. And then we are able to also switch over to portrait mode on these devices to get those nice blurred out backgrounds. So one of the nice things about both of these devices is that they do feature some of the best cameras in the smartphone industry. Now with the Google Pixel 5, we're getting 8 gigabytes of RAM. And with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we're getting 12 gigabytes of RAM. With the Pixel 5, we're getting the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. And with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we're getting the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus. Now, I did run a Geekbench 5 benchmark test with both of these phones, and you can see that the scores from the Note 20 Ultra are certainly quite a bit higher. So for example, with the single core score, with the Pixel 5, we're getting a score of 592 compared to a score of 981 with the Note 20 Ultra. And then as far as the multi-core score goes, it's also significantly higher with the Note. Now, as far as video recording goes with both of these phones, with the Pixel 5, video recording on the rear camera is limited at 4K at 60 FPS, and the front camera is limited at 1080p at 30 FPS. Now with the Note 20 Ultra, you can record video with the rear camera at up to 8K at 24 FPS, and the front camera supports 4K at 60 FPS. Now with the Pixel 5, we're getting a 4080 mAh battery, and with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we're getting a 4500 mAh internal battery, and with the Note 20 Ultra, we're getting a 4500 mAh battery. Now the Pixel 5 supports fast charging at up to 18 watts, and the Note 20 Ultra supports fast charging at up to 25 watts. So you can recharge the battery with the Note 20 Ultra quite a bit faster. Now both of these phones do feature NFC, and they both feature IP68 dust and water resistance, which does allow you to take the phones underwater for up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. But now that we've gone over the major specifications of both of these devices, let's now go over the hardware in more detail. Now again, I already went over the differences as far as the front panels go on these two phones, but definitely with the Note 20 Ultra, the bezels are super tiny, and the front of the device pretty much looks like one giant display. And it is pretty similar with the Pixel 5 as well, just with a little bit of a different design. Now taking a look at the left side of both devices, with the Pixel 5, we have the slot for the SIM card, and then with the Note 20 Ultra, we have nothing. Then on the right side of both phones, we have the power button and volume button, but with the Pixel 5, the power button is on the top, and the volume button's on the bottom, and with the Note 20 Ultra, the power button's on the bottom, and the volume button's up top. Taking a look at the top of both phones, with the Pixel 5, we just have the noise-canceling microphone, whereas with the Note 20 Ultra, we have the noise-canceling microphone and also the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. Then taking a look at the bottom of both devices, they both have the speaker, they both have the microphone, they both have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. But with the Note 20 Ultra, we do have the S Pen. So the S Pen stylus is a signature feature of the Note line of phones, and you can use this stylus to take notes, of course, hence the name of the phone. But it's pretty awesome. I definitely like using it, and it is useful for some people more than others, but at the same time, you can easily stow away the stylus so that it doesn't get in the way of anything. And then taking a look at the back side of both phones, they both have the camera module. However, the camera module is definitely a lot larger with the Note 20 Ultra. And then with the Pixel 5, we do have the fingerprint sensor. Now, as far as the materials go, both phones do feature premium build materials, but with the Pixel 5, we do have an aluminum back on here with kind of a soft coating over it. And then with the Note 20 Ultra, we have glass in the back. Now, I personally like both of these materials. I feel like they're both very premium. One benefit though with the Pixel 5 is that this material does not show any fingerprints at all, whereas the glass back on the Note 20 Ultra certainly shows quite a few fingerprints. So it's going to take a bit of extra effort to keep the back of your Note 20 Ultra shiny and spotless. But let's now do a speed test comparison between these two phones. So we're going to start by pulling up the camera apps on both devices. So 1, 2, 3, go. And the Note 20 Ultra was faster at pulling up the camera app. Let's now go to Google Chrome on both phones. 1, 2, 3, go. And about a tie on both devices. Another interesting thing as well is that I have the brightness on both phones set to 100%, but you can see that the Pixel 5 is actually a bit brighter than the Note 20 Ultra. But at the same time, both phones' displays do get plenty bright. Let's now go to ESPN. 1, 2, 3, go. And it looks like in this test, it was a little bit faster with the Pixel 5. And let's now go to Engadget.com. 1, 2, 3, go. And it looked to be literally a tie right here. And the video. Let's see which one plays it first. Actually, the video played first on the Pixel 5, but not too far behind with the Note 20 Ultra. Now, scrolling with both phones is extremely smooth. That's not a problem at all. Let's now go to this link right here. 1, 2, 3, go. And it looks like the Note 20 Ultra was quicker at pulling up this article. You can also see here in the side-by-side for this article, the Note 20 Ultra shows a little bit more text compared to the Pixel 5, but it looks like both phones do show about the same amount of content. I suppose if I was to switch to gesture navigation with the Note 20 Ultra, instead of using the 3-button layout, I would also get a bit more screen real estate. The only reason why I don't have both on gestures or have both of them on the 3-button navigation is because for the purpose of these videos, I do prefer to go with the default layout. Now with both of these phones, you can just go into the settings and switch between the gesture navigation and the 3-button navigation. But as far as that speed test comparison goes with both of these phones, the Pixel 5 certainly did a decent job staying on par with the Note 20 Ultra. Now that's especially impressive because the Note 20 Ultra's processor is significantly better than the Pixel 5. That's one of the reasons why the Note 20 Ultra is a lot pricier of a phone compared to the Pixel 5. Now in my opinion, I feel like with the Note 20 Ultra, this will last a lot longer than the Pixel 5. And really the processor is the main reason for that. Now with the Note 20 Ultra, you're also getting extra RAM as well, which does further future-proof this phone, which will give it more longevity as well. But on the other hand though, I feel like Google has done a very good job with the software optimization, allowing the phone to run extremely well, despite not having maybe the most powerful processor out there. But definitely let me know which device you prefer. But this is the Google Pixel 5 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great rest of your day.